discussed by the students of Department of English, Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh University. In this video, we are going to deal with the play that is A Dance of the Forest, which is written by Wal Soyinka, and the presenters will be like Janvi Nakum, Nidhi Dave, and Yevisha Ramani. In this video, basically we are going to discuss the characters of the play that is A Dance of the Forest, and the basic part will be conducted by the Janvi Nakum.
Hello. The Dance of the Forest deal with the characters, three parts of the character: gods, ghosts, and humans. God's character: Forest Head, Aroni, Ishiro, Ogun, and ghost character: Dead Man, Old Man, Half Child, and Dead Woman. And the human character: Rola, Eveni, પછી ઇકબુરુક, ડીમોક, માતા ખરીગુ और ઓર્બુ. The first deal with the character of the part of a god. The first character of Forest Head. Forest Head, a god who attempt to have a four character, who tolerate the dead man and dead woman in a past life. Deal with the characters in the play to life of past and present life. The Forest Head is the two life after a past life and the present life also. And another part is the Aroni. Aroni is the present life character. Aroni is referred to as one leg of the forest spirit, and he is responsible for sowing of the dead. The living wanted to the summon the soil of the great ancestor for their upcoming grethel, but Aroni thought it would be the better for the people to face their accuracy. He designs to have the dead confront the people who run their lives. And other two god characters, Ishiro and the Ogun. The Ishiro have the unsettled forest spirit from of love of the nature, and another shade of the forest spirit, and who is the embodied in the form of Akbar trees. And Ishiro is the one on revenge on Demok for two reasons. Demok cut off part of Ishiro's head and murdered. Oremono has declared a servant from the Ishiro and he called blood. And another is Ogun, is the character of the god, the god of the mental workers, and he is Demok's protector. The character of god is a protector of the Demok because the Demok revenge of the Ishiro, and the Ogun side to the Demok. Another part of the character of the ghost. The main character of the ghost, two dead men and the dead woman. The dead man was a soldier in the former life, was custard from the unwilling to go to the war against our neighbors tribe. The dead man is the past life character, and she is a soldier of the Mata Kharibu king, and she he killed by the dead man and dead woman because he took issues with the motives for the going to the war, and so refused to the participant. He was sold to the slave dealers and eventually killed. During the time on the play, he has been brought back to life by Aroni, said the unfinished business of the alive and dead. And she, Aroni, god of the Aroni, the dead man called. Now he called by the god Aroni. He is confessed his evil and death of secret. And another main character is ghost of the dead woman. Dead woman is the wife of the dead man, and she also the pregnant with the dead woman. human cell, and she attempted to pledge for her husband's life and the god of the Mata Kharibu, and she also rejected and her husband very killed, and she also apologized for his husband's mistake, but Mata Kharibu refused to forgive and killed by those characters. And another part deal with the human's character, so now call the M. Sharavani.
Thank you, Jhanvi, for making introduction of these two parts characters, that is god and ghost. Now we are going to deal with the characters, that is human characters in the play. The human characters are basically divided into past life and present life. And when we go to the play, we can come to know that past life was the pre-independence of the Nigeria, and the present life is the post-independence period of the Nigeria. And first character we are going to deal, that is Rola. Rola is a prostitute who was once Madame Tortoise in a past life and the queen of Mata Kharibu. She was known for driving men to madness, and is the reason the dead man or the soldier was castrated and his wife killed. As we know, we have seen in the previous slide that dead man and dead woman. So this here they talk about this man or his wife. So when we go to the character of Lola, we can come to know in the past life she was Madame Tortoise, and at that time she was wife of the Mata Kharibu. Mata Kharibu was a king or the head of the group, and she was like kind of prostitute or a whore. And in this life she is a prostitute, that is very clearly they are saying. Next character is a Dimok. Dimok is a carver who was once a poet in a past life. So now another character from the human character, that is Dimok. And Dimok is now in present life we can come to know that is Karva, and in the past life he was poet. And when we go to the original play, we can come to know that once Rola and Dimok, they were impressed by each other. While carving an araba tree, he pushed his apprentice Oremol from the tree of his death. The forest head wants him to see the sin he has committed and atone for it. So there is the episode of murder and something which is crime we can call, that is going with the character of Dimok. The next character we are going to deal with, that is Adenebi. Adenebi was a court historian for Mata Kharibu. So in the past life, Adenebi's character was the historian when Mata Kharibu was there in the past life, who accepts a bribe from a slave trader to sell the soldier as a slave. So here, Wall Soyinka has covered every aspect, little bit every aspect in the play, and we can come to know the slavery period by this event, even wrongfully stating that the sheep he will travel in his not tortoise. Next character is Akboreko. Akboreko is the elder of sealed lips in a former life. That is a kind of fortune teller, and he played his role like when you go to Akboreko, you ask something, then he will tell something to you or about your future fortune. He was a soothsayer in the court of Mata Kharibu and predicted that the stars did not favor a victory for the king if he chose to go to war. Now we are going to the next character, that is Ormole. Ormole, although never introduced in the play, is the apprentice woodworker that Dimok killed. Dimok has murdered this character, and he was carving the top of the total for the gathering, an action that filled Dimok with jealousy and rage because he realized his student had somehow surpassed his master. And we will come to know when we go to the summary of the play that how this event got place in the life of Dimok and Ormond. Now the next character is the Mata Kharibu. He was basically the king in the past life, the king and his wife queen. That is Madame Tortoise, as we know, we have discussed that. Nicknamed Madame Tortoise, who killed the man and woman, were a captain and his wife in a past life. So thank you. Now we are going to the original text, and for that, from there we are going to make ourselves introduced by the original book, that is the guest of honor. There are two characters we have done, that is dead woman and dead man. The town dwellers, Adenebi, council orator, Obelchi, Dimok a carver, Rola then a Goreko, elder of slings, then old man, a council elder, or old man is the father of the Dimok. After that, there are the very minor character. The second part, that is the forest dwellers, Aroni, the lamb one. And Aroni, we can come to know that very beginning of the play, this character is coming and he is inviting the dead woman and man. After that, Ogun is there, Ishwaro is there, and forest head, Obeniji. Then the past life, when we go that the court of Mata Kharibu, that there is Madame Tortoise. In the present life, that is Rola. That court poet, that is Dimok. Mata Kharibu, a captain, the dead man, and his wife, the dead woman. Then physician, historian, Adenebi, slave dealer, or soothsayer, that is Agoreko. Now we are going to see the very beginning part of this play. So we can come to know that how Walsoinka make us introduced to the characters in a such manner. From Aroni, the land one. This testimony. I know who the dead ones are. They are the guests of the human community who are neighbors to us of the forest. It is their feast, the gathering of the tribes. The councillors met and said, our forefathers must be present at this feast. They asked us for the ancestor, for illustrious ancestors. And I said to Forest Head, let me answer their request. And I sent 2 spirits of the restless dead. So basically Aroni is inviting here, this play is a celebration of Nigerian independence, and in that the African, we can say, tradition as per Aroni is inviting whom? The restless dead, the people or the human who are dead by the someone's crime. So in special way, Walsoinka is telling here, the dead man who in his former life was a captain in the army of Mata Kharibu, and the dead woman in former life, the captain's wife. Their choice was no accident. In previous life, they were linked in violence and blood with 4 of the living generation. The most notorious of them is Rola. Now, as before, a war. And inevitably, she was regaining the name by which they knew her centuries before, Madame Tortoise. Another link of the 2 dead with the present is Adenebi, the court orator, oblivious to the real presence of the dead. In previous life, he was court historian, and I must not forget Dimok, the carver. In the other life, he was a poet in the court of Mata Kharibu. Boreko, the elder of sealed lips, performed the rites and made sacrifices to forest head. His trade was the same in the court of Mata Khalibu. When the guest had broken the surface of earth, I sat and watched what the living would do. They drove them out, so I took them under my wing. They became my guests, and the forest consented to dance for them. Forest head, the one who we would call Obelji, invited Dimok, Adenebi, and Rola to be present at the dance. They followed him unwillingly, but they had no choice. It was as dignified a dance as it should be. Ishuro had come wholly for wagons and full of machines. His professed wrongs are part of the story. Ishuro is the wayward flesh of Oro, whose agency serves much of the bestial human, whom they invoke for terror. Ogun, that deity, for his playground is the battlefield, but he loves the anvil and protects all carvers, smiths, and all workers in metal. For this feast of the human community, their council also resolved that a symbol of the great reunion be carved. Dimok, son of the old man, was elected to carve it. Undoubtedly, Ogun possessed him for Dimok's chose, unwisely, to carve Oro's sacred tree, Araba. Even this might have passed unnoticed by Oro if Dimok had left Araba's hide and undiminished, but Dimok is a victim of giddiness and cannot gain Araba's heights. He would shorten the tree, but appetite to him is one Oramon, a follower of Oro who fought against this sacrilege to his code, and Oramon won support with his mockery of the carver who was tied to earth. The apprentice began to work above his master's head. Dimok reached a head and plucked him down. The final link was complete. The dance could proceed. So it was the presentation of the characters, which is by Wal Soyinka, and he has portrayed in a very unique sense, and he makes us introduced at the very beginning of the play. The way he has used is very unique, and basically we can understand this play by the manner of discussions he has put in the play. So thank you.